There was a time when class was expected, not exceptional. Men used to carry themselves with style, with class, with elegance. We put effort into our work, we put effort into our appearance, we put effort into our speech, and we put effort into our gestures. And we made sure that manners were nothing but complimentary. Nowadays, you see men wearing baggy clothes, untied shoes, and messing around. Men carry themselves like their name meant something before. They used to carry themselves knowing that every single action they took reflected on them and the people around them, and also on themselves. And that was important. Accountability made you act better. We replaced performance, we replaced presence with performance. Nowadays, everyone thinks they have to act a certain way. How there's a camera on them. They want to act like they're in a movie. But at a certain point, people forgot the art of acting comfortable in one's skin. Somewhere along the line, refinement became rare. So let's ask, when did we stop holding ourselves to a standard? When did we stop caring about how we looked, about the things we made, about the things in which our name was on? An example of this principle is the entertainment industry. Movies, for example, are seemingly a dying industry, and the IPs that currently exist today are the ones from long ago. Jurassic Park, DC Comics, Marvel, all from long ago, all from when we had class, now portrayed in their own modern, classless ways. It's not the same as it was before. It's not about nostalgia, it's about remembering what was right. Remembering that we must take care in everything that we do. We must take care in how we dress and how we talk, if our shoes are tied or not. For example, I may have seen recently, I was at the gym and I saw this person who I knew. I was speaking to him, and his shoes were untied. And he was a younger guy, but for me, just to see both of his shoelaces untied, for me, it seemed like a perfect representation of the principle we are talking about today, and a great reason that I might have decided to make this video. That's why I'm always talking about bringing back class. The younger generation of today, we need it. We need it more than ever because we're going to be the future of the entire world. We need to bring back class. We need to bring back style. Baggy sweatpants, big shirts. Remember the days of old New York. Everyone was wearing a suit, maybe a hat, dress shoes. That's the kind of country which has an aesthetic. That's the kind of world that I want to live in. The world today isn't the same as it was before. Our style, our expectations, our manners, our production, our accountability, the culture just isn't the same as it was before. There's a lot of loud voices nowadays on social media, a lot of empty values coming from them. Nowadays, we're mistaking attention for admiration, when just because an eye is on you doesn't mean it's a good one. Ultimately, we traded taste for trends and peace for approval. We've relinquished the timeless classic principles of greatness, of class, of style, of production, and all the things that make something great. The decline of our cinema, the decline of video games in the past 10 to 15 years, they're not the same as they were in the thousands and the tens. And that has transferred across all realms in general. Our style, for example, fads always and always with a trend. But the world didn't always used to be like this. It used to be more. There used to be a rule. We used to dress all up in suits because we knew that's what made us look. Our haircuts, we didn't used to have mullets. We used to have calm side parts and whatever other professional haircuts we had back in the day. We were much more sleek. We were much more cleaner. We were classier. What is class really when we think about it? Is it James Bond prancing around in his Aston Martin, going to the bar, acting all smooth and suave and charismatic while ordering his drink, saying how he likes it shaken and not stirred? Maybe. But characters like James Bond represent the class of the old times. Where are characters like James Bond now? In our movies, in our cinema, in our shows. While they may be there, it's not as common as it was before. Characters like James Bond are a perfect example of what I'm talking about. We need more things like that. More traditional, more calm, more classy, more cool action heroes. Back in the day, we used to have Rambo, Rocky, James Bond, whoever else you can remember. But nowadays, it's not the same. That's just one example of the degradation of class in our society. Class isn't a suit, it's self control. It's how you respond when no one's watching. It's how you act when no one's looking. Class is it's patience when anger feels easier. It's making that harder choice when you know it's difficult. True class is order in the middle of chaos. Class is simply like your best self, even when you know you don't want to. Acting composed when you don't want to. The man who's composed already looks powerful. That's maybe because he is. Class is simply calmness. It's simply acting as in the way you wish, the most authentic way possible. When I was in high school, I had some friends, and they're more so of the modern men of today. The classless, spineless, not too much of an emphasis on refinement. I used to hang out with these people, and I didn't really feel myself. I felt different. I didn't feel that I was in the same group as them. I felt there was a lack of class there, that I wanted to be around people who fit that description, around people who are classy, kind, cool, collective, and have a growth mindset. And I achieved that, which is great. But I used to think success was noise, but I later saw that it was rhythm. For me, real respect didn't come from charm, it came from consistency. The moment I valued peace over popularity, everything changed for me. I decided to cut off a lot of people who I knew for multiple years. And that's a bit of a bold move, it takes a lot of guts. But it was the right call at the end of the day. You start standing out the moment you stop trying to. Life comes to you when you least want it to. That's the funny thing about it. Nowadays, the world has lost that simple class it used to have. Imagine a cup of apple cider, that crisp golden color with those sparkles inside of it. You can tell something's going on in there, and you can tell it looks good. That's what a world with class is like. Things are happening. It looks good. You want to be a part of it. You want to join in. But nowadays, the world's not the same anymore. It's like the world forgot how to behave. Tradition is being thrown out the window. People are starting to laugh at it. People are starting to laugh at tradition because it demands discipline. But discipline is what keeps the world's peace and a man's peace alive. The world needs class. It needs it now more than ever. With all I've said, what can you do with all these words? I'll tell you what you can do. You can bring back class in how you speak. Make sure your words are measured. Make sure they're not wasted. Bring back class and how you walk. Deliberate, never rushed. If you're late anyway. If you're early, you're right on time. Bring back class and how you treat people, especially the ones who can't help you. Treat your waiters kindly. Treat the homeless man nice. Treat your elders correctly. Respect them. They only want the best for you. Make sure to operate in silence. Do you have to tell everyone your moves? No. If you want to, that's part of your own classy prerogative. Move with purpose. Everything you do, each day, compounds into something big. Stand with composure. Stay smooth in your own skin. If someone tries to knock you down, don't worry about it. They don't get it. That's part of being classy. Knowing that others won't agree with you. They aren't like you. And that's just part of life. You can't win them all. Be the man whose calmness commands attention. Just calm down. Whatever you want, it's going to come. All it takes is a daily consistent effort, long-term thinking, and a purpose. At the end of the day, the modern world doesn't need more noise. It has enough of that. We need more examples. Individually and collectively, we can create a societal shift to bring back class. Let me be real with you guys. Discipline and class are tied together. It takes class to be disciplined. And discipline means dedication, effort, and the prioritization of oneself. Doesn't get much classier than that. Nowadays, I have to be honest, class is the art of restraint in a world of excess. You may want more, but do you need it? Take what's enough and move on. If elegance is efficiency, don't waste your words, don't waste your emotions. Make every day count. Make every second count. You go to the gym, spend just as much time as you need to. You work more than you have to, or work the amount. But do it with effort. The truly classy men don't perform. It's not an action. It's not an act. It's not a circus. They simply just are classy. But we can't bring back class for nothing. Don't bring it back for applause, but bringing it back for alignment. We don't need to reinvent men. We just need to remind them what they were. Class will never go out of style. It simply just won't. Because it's classy. It's beautiful. It's like art. You'll know when you see it, and you know when you don't. People just stop qualifying for it anymore. They stop trying, and naturally, it left them. But the man who carries himself with grace will always be at that to mediocrity. The man who carries himself with grace helps others, uplifts them as well. Refinement is a rebellion against the traditional and modernized world of today. Gentlemen, operate quietly, but lead visibly. Do what you can to bring back class. Remember, gents, this has been Inner Ops, and the inner desire for success decides the outward operations to achieve it. Good luck.